Hi, welcome back. Today we are diving into the new gas reality reshaping Europe and the Black Sea region. From the end of Russia's gas transit via Ukraine to how energy deals have funded corruption and war. We will uncover the deep ties between Gazprom, European politics, and Putin's personal wealth.
On January 1st, the contract for the transit of Russian natural gas to the European Union via Ukraine came to an end. For many observers, the fact that this transit persisted for nearly 3 years after Russia's invasion of Ukraine was astounding. Each year, Russia earned an estimated $5 billion from this arrangement. Ironically, Ukraine facilitated this wealth transfer even as the revenue funded Moscow's war machine. This revenue stream allowed Russia to acquire advanced machinery, including high-precision equipment from European countries like Austria. These technologies were instrumental in producing artillery barrels, shells, and other military components. Thus, Ukraine inadvertently supported Russia's war efforts, a bitter paradox that highlights the complex interdependence between nations, even during conflict. The primary beneficiaries of Russian gas were Austria, Slovakia, and Hungary, countries with significant pro-Russian lobbies. Hungary's Prime Minister Viktor Orbán has been a consistent thorn in Ukraine's side, using his position to obstruct EU initiatives supporting Ukraine. Orbán's government benefits from cheap Russian gas, reselling it at higher prices and pocketing the difference to consolidate political power. Slovakia's Prime Minister Robert Fico has employed a similar scheme, using Russian gas profits to fund an increasingly authoritarian regime. In both nations, Russian gas revenues have entrenched semi-criminal political systems that provide unwavering support to the Kremlin. Austria, though more democratic, also harbors a powerful pro-Moscow lobby fueled by these energy ties. This alignment has allowed Russia to wield disproportionate influence in Europe, not only economically, but also politically. Moscow used these nations as conduits for Western technologies, financial services, and even intelligence. For example, Hungary has consistently opposed sanctions against Russia and blocked initiatives like personal sanctions on Russian Patriarch Kirill, a key Kremlin ally. The Russian-Ukrainian gas relationship has long been contentious. Each year, disputes between Gazprom and Ukraine's Naftogaz would escalate, often culminating in gas wars. Moscow's demands typically aimed at wresting control of Ukraine's gas transport system. This desire was not purely economic, but deeply personal for Russian President Vladimir Putin. For Putin, control over Ukraine's gas system symbolized domination over a country he has sought to subjugate. When his efforts to seize Kyiv in 3 days during the 2022 invasion failed, the loss of this pipeline became a personal and strategic defeat. With the cessation of gas transit through Ukraine, Gazprom has become increasingly reliant on alternative routes like the Turkish Stream pipeline through the Black Sea. However, this pivot is far from ideal. Supplies to countries like Austria, Hungary, and Slovakia have even increased, enabling Gazprom to cling to solvency despite significant losses. Yet, these adaptations cannot fully offset the impact of losing key European markets like Germany and Poland. Gazprom has been forced to curtail production, plunging it into financial instability. The company's decline is not merely a corporate setback, but a personal blow to Putin. For whom Gazprom is much more than a business, it is his legacy. Gazprom has long been viewed in Russia as a symbol of national pride, but in reality, it functions as Putin's personal fiefdom. Upon ascending to the presidency, Putin ensured that his close ally Alexei Miller controlled Gazprom. While ostensibly a public corporation, its profits have fueled Putin's lavish lifestyle and underwritten his grip on power. From funding luxury residences adorned with marble and gold, to bankrolling foreign propaganda campaigns, Gazprom has been integral to Putin's vision of wealth and influence. Its decline marks not just an economic loss, but a symbolic unraveling of his dynasty. The termination of gas transit through Ukraine delivers a dual blow to Putin. Strategically, it severs a vital connection between Russia and the European Union, cutting off a key revenue stream. Politically, It dismantles an apparatus that propped up Kremlin-friendly regimes in Central Europe. More importantly, this shift undermines Putin's personal wealth and his ability to maintain power. A leader obsessed with luxury and legacy, Putin is unlikely to risk his life of opulence for ideological reasons. His attachment to material wealth suggests that he is less inclined to take extreme measures, such as initiating a nuclear conflict that could jeopardize his assets. Ukraine's decision to halt Russian gas transit represents more than an economic pivot. It is a profound geopolitical shift. It demonstrates Kyiv's ability to strike at the heart of Putin's empire, undermining his personal wealth and political influence. It also signals a broader realignment in Europe as nations increasingly distance themselves from Russian energy dependence. While the road ahead remains fraught with challenges, this moment highlights the resilience of Ukraine and the potential for a more united Europe. For Putin, however, it marks the unraveling of a carefully constructed system of power and wealth, a reality that may force him to reconsider his ambitions. As we look to the future, the end of this gas transit symbolizes not just a break with the past, but a step toward a more independent and secure Europe. The question remains, how will Putin adapt to this new reality, and what further consequences will this transformation bring? As the war in Ukraine continues, the devastation extends far beyond the battlefield. Landmines and unexploded ordnance are turning towns, fields, and roads into deadly traps, leaving communities unable to rebuild or even return home safely. At International Action Alliance Ltd, a not-for-profit organization I founded earlier, we're committed to changing this. Our demining and contamination assessment project aims to clear these hidden dangers, restore safety, and help Ukraine recover from the scars of war. Your support can make a tangible difference. By contributing to our demining efforts, you'll help provide the tools, training, and expertise needed to clear landmines effectively and assess exposure to the present contaminants in war-affected regions. This isn't just about saving lives, it's about giving families the chance to reclaim their homes and farmers the opportunity to cultivate their land again. Together, we can ensure that Ukraine's future isn't overshadowed by the remnants of war. Let's stand with Ukraine. Please consider donating to our demining project and being part of the solution. Every contribution brings us closer to a safer, brighter future for Ukraine.